Right up top, we've got load photo, take photo, or sample. The sample is the image that you're seeing here. They give you a sample image to work with. You can take a photo with this using the camera app, and it would bring it right into the BigLens, or you can load a photo from your camera roll or from your albums. Here we have down below, we've got this gear, which is the presets or the preferences, and we've got Dropbox, Picasa, video tutorials, all the stuff that you can preliminarily set up the application to do. So let's look at the functionality. We've got two buttons down below. We've got a basic button and an advanced button. Well, we'll talk about both. Basic button. We're going to basically do the shape by pinching and moving this around, and you'll see that immediately the blur gets affected. You're not going to be able to brush in this, but you're going to be able to just put the shape over what you want not to be blurred. You see the effect that it's going for. Now I've got a star effect in my lens, and I've got the minimum aperture set up just so you can see what we're doing here. So let me go through these. The aperture here, these are lens openings, 3.5, 3.2, 2.8.2, and 1.8 plus fine tune to make it more or less. We've got a filter button which gives you access to a bunch of different filters, different looks that you can try out. Lenses, these are the areas of bokeh that you're looking at. You can see how they would affect your final image. And in the basic tab only, we've got this linear tool. And the linear tool offers a linear gradient for focus. You can see that it kind of cuts it across here. It doesn't work well at all for this image, but let me show you this image in a different format. So we'll load a photo. This lends itself towards the linear, so here we're going to go to linear and I can go down here. You can see how it's blurred out the top clouds and it's kept everything at the bottom in focus, and I can expand that a little bit more. I can switch that so it's the clouds are in focus, and you see how the linear tool works and how it would be beneficial in some situations. And we've got the compare button so you can see before and after. So let's look at the advanced tab. The advanced tab allows us to do some painting. So let's get rid of this. Let's look at the sample image under advanced. And if we start with a brush, and I'm going to brush over her just by, just my finger on the brush. This is the area that's going to be in focus. Now you see I've done that, and I can erase it, and I can use the lasso tool, and I can finesse this certain ways. But what's neat is being able to use this auto button, because if I select the auto button, it snaps this back, looking for areas of contrast and trying to figure out what exactly you're trying to do. So if we go to next, then we start applying the aperture. We can apply a filter, the lens, if we wanted stars. Now the blur and the focus, these are the size of the brush for blur or for focus. Now if I hit the blur button and say I go over her face, it's going to blur over her face. If I hit the focus button and I go over her face, it brings her face back in focus. So here's where you can finesse the image a little bit, and working with focus or blur, whichever your image permits, and you can do the before and after comparison. But what I like about this app mostly is the fact that you've got a lot of control over providing depth of field, which is going to kind of gear where you want your viewer to look at the image. You know, putting things out of focus, putting things in focus, not blurring the entire image, but selectively parts. So for 99 cents, it's a great app, BigLens.